Hey everyone, what's up? So, we did the mining video, you have your refined goods, and we only did the one order, so we're going to take that order and go and sell it. But we're going to be a little bit cheeky. We're going to take that, and then we're going to top up at a place down in ArcCorp, and that way there makes it worthwhile for the run all the way down. So I'm going to show you a trade website that I use when I do trading once in a while. But first of all, before we do that, thank you so much for the support. Thank you. I would have never thought we would have hit almost 100 subscribers or over 100 subscribers. I would have thought about that. So there is something in the works for that. So just stay tuned. I got to figure all that out. But thank you for all your support. Thank you for your comments, for your watching, for your input, because it all has helped grow the channel. So with that being said, let's show you how to get your refined goods to your ship, and then how to determine where we're going to go for our stuff, for our other cargo we're going to fill up the balance with. So we are back at our refinery station. We used ink salvation, and it was like a 24-hour thing. If you're using like a mole or a more high value stuff, it's going to take longer. So we just hold F and then click it on the screen. And then what we need to do here is, normally if we were depositing, we would go down here. But we want to take a little bit of stuff we have here, and we want to drop it onto our A2. This is why in the mining video, I said you had to have a cargo ship, because you have to have something that can take the load that your refined stuff down to the TDDs. Or even if you're doing just regular trading, scrap and stuff to admin, stuff like that. So we selected our cargo ship, which is the A2. We're going to hit collect, and it's going to ask us to confirm delivery. And there we go. Now, that is magically on our ship. When they bring out cargo elevators and stuff like that, I'll have to do a different video on that. But once we get to the A2, I will show you how I determine where we're going to go. So now, obviously, you're going to have different size cargo ships. Cuddy Black's a good start if you're just starting out. Connie Andromeda is another good one. Connie Taurus is your best bang for your buck. And then you can kind of go up from there. You can go your Freelancer Max, your Corsairs, all that. They all have good cargo space. I'm just a Crusader boy. I love my Crusader ships, and I love the A2 because it works well with the org. So as you can see, we don't have a lot here. This was just this one load. Normally, I would mine 2 to 3 loads a day. Split as Prospector Mole, maybe one good load a day, if not 2, if I'm feeling kind of frisky. But what we're going to do though is we're going to take all of this, and then we're going to fill the rest of this cargo hold up. And I'm going to show you a little tool for the basic part of trading. So, trading right now is very simple. You just go down, you buy your stuff, and you go. Once cargo elevators become a thing, I have a feeling it's going to be something a little different. So, without any ado, let's switch over to my web browser, and I'll show you the website that I use that gives reasonably accurate information. One of the main ones I use is AUEX Corp, or uexcorp.space. I'll put the description, or the link in the description below. The other one you can use is SC Tools. SC Tools gives you trade routes, best prices, that kind of thing. It's a little more kind of automated. It used to be a little better, but I kind of slipped away from that, and I've gone to uexcorp.space for my main thing when I do trading. And as you can see here, it's got all the different commodities that you could buy or sell, or mine for this case as well. And it's got all these different tabs down here. You got your ships, locations, commodities, harvestables, for your mining, refining, that kind of job. But what it allows you to do is allows you to pick your ship. Say if I was using a C1 Spirit, it automatically knows the size. It tells you how much money it's going to take to buy to fully load your ship. and how much money you should make and the profit margin. And then it else breaks it down here too as well. So they keep adding to it. But what we're going to do to make it worthwhile to take my A2 from ArcL1 with what I've already got, because I don't have a lot, but take it down to the TDD, is we're going to choose like anything. You can come down through here and you can choose any, tell you where it's available. Personally, I like, low value, high volume stuff just to fill up because that's an extra little bit. Now, if I were to get a full 216 SCU, I'd have to invest about 854K, but I would sell it for 929K, give or take. Because this, as much as this tries to stay up to date, isn't necessarily up to date entirely. But let's take it down here a little further. From the various locations, you can set your buy point, and it gives you everywhere where it's available, and it gives you the price of what and of how much it is and where it's and that kind of jazz. So we are down around Walla, so we want it down there. I think that's ArcCorp 84s or 48s in Walla. And then it'll tell you where you can sell it and for how much it sells for. So we're going to go down to the ArcCorp TDD, and then that'll change. Now, we can come here, say, for example, Agricium. Now it tells you exactly where you can buy Agricium, for how much, and then how much you make. So Agricium there, and then we'll take it to TDD. So if we can get a full ship, if we go down here to sell to, and it sells it there, we still make about the same. So ultimately, whether you go with high value, low value, that kind of stuff, doesn't matter. So that's what we're going to do. We'll grab a load of Agricium. So we're going to go back over to the game, and then you'll rejoin me when I'm down at Sal 2. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I'm not super knowledgeable about the trading side of things because I do the salvage side of things. But this has been a great tool because it's nice and simple. It's really simple for me to work with. It gives you everything that you need to know, like all these neat little graphs and stuff too. So it can be super in depth. But anyways, when I'm over at Cell 2, I will fill up on Agricium as much as they have, and I'll show you the process with that. And so when you're coming into these sites, you don't necessarily have to land on the pads. And the reason for that is people can kind of grief you more or less if you land on the pads, in terms of like they can get on, and if they steal your ship or they get on your ship, they can like tractor beam your stuff around and that kind of stuff, right? But we're not too concerned about that right now, considering we have an AI right above us. It's friendly. But what we're looking for is a building that has an orange tower to it. That's the trade area. Now, again, loading and unloading is going to change when they bring out the freight elevators. I'll do a video for that. But the freight elevators are going to change everything because you're going to actually have to load your freight. Like 100% on your own. You're going to have to buy it and then call it and then load it in your ship. And then same thing when you go to sell it, you're going to have to load it into the, load it into the hangar of the area. Then you can sell it. So it's always a good thing, especially if you're leaving your ship, always to leave it without everything there. Why, hello there, Sir AI. Thank you for watching over my ship. But you see this orange thing here, this orange tower, that's your trade. Blue, obviously, is your Platinum Bay. And we come in here, cycle the airlock. Hoping. No, nobody else is here. Okay, good. Okay, so we come up to our trade console, hit use, and then we select our ship.
It's over there.
So even here, it's how it says cannot sell. It means we can't sell it. We can't touch it. Plain and simple. Now, the only thing is this has only 50 SU, but we'll take it. You know, it's better than nothing. Because then that's a little more that we can fill up on our ship. And, you know what? Just for, posterity's sake, we'll fill up on what are the last little bit of this. Just to make it a worthwhile trip. I have no idea how much the titanium costs, but, I mean, it's okay. We filled up our ship while we were here. So, in order to do this, obviously you need money. But, basically, like I just showed you real quick, you want to do this, and then you want to click in, and then you want to buy. Now, if we wanted to sell, we could hit sell, and then you can see what these buy at these mining stations. So sometimes you're not selling everything all at planetary trade centers or planetary admin centers.
You're looking for the vehicle terminal.
Or even station admin centers for that matter. Sometimes you're going from station to station. And there's nothing wrong with that trading. There's also trading illegal stuff too as well, like drugs and booze and that kind of stuff. That's stuff that's all done in non-arms zones, so you got to be really careful about that. You know, be brazen, be understanding that you are carrying significant risk when you do that. And if we really wanted to, we could have waited for that agresium. But yeah, we just grabbed a full load. Oh, I forgot to drop down here. Go back down. I'll show you guys. So this is an A2. It only carries 216 SCU cargo. You can actually fit more on it, but on grid, there's only enough to keep it level. But this is kind of what it looks like. It fills up. And again, you'd have to fill this up all on your own manually when that comes to pass. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to go down to ArcCorp TDD, and we're going to sell it, and I'll show you the process there. I personally use Area 18 as my base of operations. However, if you decide that that's not for you, all the other cities are just as good. I mean, I do my trading at Lorville as well, using the flying my Fury up to the TDD trick. I can put a card or a link to that video as well. But like this because it's simple. Lorville, you can get turned around real easily. Orison, again, you get turned around real easily, even though it's all giant circle. You can still get turned around extremely easily. ArcCorp is fairly simple in my opinion. Really, again, it has a loop between the convention center and the city plaza is where we got to go. But I'll show you the route you're going to take. And I'll show you where both the admin and the TDD are. Because you'll need to know where both are if you're going to be doing salvaging or if you're going to be doing just straight trading. But when I'm in out of the spaceport, as I'm pretty sure you're well aware how to do, when I'm in and boots are on the ground, I will, I'll come right back.
Their job is your safety.
I would strongly recommend that you store your ship as well every time you come in to do this, so that your ship doesn't get impounded in the event that you happen to, you know, putter around and take your time. So we're just here at the spaceport. If you follow the route I'm gonna show you, they'll take you right to the TDD and the admin terminal.
We wish you a beneficial and prosperous stay.
So we're gonna head towards transit, and we're gonna go through this whole customs area. So now there's two trains you can take here. Each one will get you there, but you want to get this one here, the ArcCorp Plaza, Area 18 Central. They both trains go in the same loop, just one goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise. So one goes to the the convention center first, then the plaza, and this one was the plaza first, then the convention center. It's all one loop, so don't worry if you miss it. You can kind of just keep going and you're good to go. But just don't worry about it. And there's another important thing to remember too. You can't have anything like vehicles or corpses or anything like that, or even other people on your ship while you're trying to sell. Just keep that in mind in case you have ground vehicles. You know, they happen to have a few loot goblin presents, whatever the case may be. But now we'll show you the admin terminal first. So you just come out of the rail system, and it's right directly across the way here. So we'll be going to the TDD as well, but we're going to go to the admin terminal first to show you where that is. And the admin terminal, like I say, they'll buy like scrap, your construction material from salvaging, and a few other odds and sods. But you want to come up here, past the janky AI that usually is standing up, and then you want to come up here. And these are the admin terminal commodity shops. And then we can come here, for example, and you see here they can't sell anything because they don't buy anything here. But what they do buy is scrap, waste, and construction material. But then again, here's what they do sell when it happens to be in demand. But now I'll take you to TDD. This is where you'll make most of your bread and butter when you're doing trading and when you're doing refining runs from your stuff too. And again, all the TDDs are the same. All the admin terminals are the same. You just got to find them, and they all buy and sell the same stuff. So don't worry about being on whichever planet. If one will buy one over the other. They will vary in prices based on the demand and how much people have sold. But you got consoles all on this side, and you got consoles all on that side. So there shouldn't be a shortage at all of consoles to be used. But we click on it. We come here to our A2. So all you do is you just make sure you select your A2. And then now we just literally sell one item at a time. Yeah, I made 15K off that. I think I bought that for 50. And again, this is all pure profit at this point because that's all stuff I mined. And there we go. And while I have a lot of money in this current recording, just watch as you go along, pick and keep track. So that's it. That's the very basics of trading. That's UEX Corp website. There's the other one too, the SC Trade Tools. I'll put links for both of those in the description. And I hope this helped you get your start on your trading and or the finishing process of your refining. Don't forget to like, drop a comment, and drop a subscribe. And thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure.